Okay, hi everybody. It's Vince Meza with Listings to Leads. And today we're talking, this call is for the coaches, Jerry James, um, to kind of give you a refresher of what's going on, right? And if you wouldn't mind, um, I don't know who's on the call. If you can put in here kind of if you're a beginner, if you've been on this call with me before, um, because I want to kind of talk about some of the latest developments because we've made some dramatic changes in the technology and we're getting some really crazy results. So if you haven't heard the basics or the beginning, then I would definitely want to know that. We'll kind of go over that at the second half here. But to get started, I'm going to take everybody with me over to our mastermind group. And the reason why I want to do that, first of all, I know you guys are busy. You've all got, it sounds like, a few jobs. You're doing a lot of things, handling other agents and things like that. But the reason I think that you've been working with us is I think the success of our landing pages. Our property valuation landing pages really became very successful, in the past year. And but in the past couple weeks, we added something that even turned that success, kind of upside down and made it even more incredible. And I don't know if you can see this, but on August 3rd, one of our clients went in our mastermind group to say that, hey, here are the leads in the past 30 days. And if you can't see that, I don't know what system he's using to track his leads, but there are 818 leads from listings to leads in 30 days. And you can see he's got these other sources of leads and they're not really even coming close. And frankly, to see a number like 818, it's kind of mind boggling even to me. So I want to point out kind of why that's happening. We're seeing it happen in other parts of our mastermind group. So you'll see here, 27 leads, full leads, and they're running price reduced tools. Over here, another person is saying, we're getting 25 leads from an open house, spending $20 and showing that there's an open house coming. And the big reason of why this is occurring, or one of the reasons we feel it's occurring, is yes, we're leveraging, Facebook. We understand that we can reach our target markets. We've been talking to our clients about that for, well, ever since advertising began on Facebook, which is a little over 3 years ago. But this, when you log in, you start to see this page here. And normally as realtors or real estate agents and most of our clients, we've kind of trained ourselves to just ignore this pop-up page. Just go around it and go do what you're going to do. But what's going on here is this button, Continue with Facebook, has been added to most of our tools. And probably by the end of this week will be in all of our landing pages. Okay. And so this, to give you an idea of what that is here, you can actually click here and see the, what do you call that? Examples. I'm going to click this one here to show you an example. And I am also going to talk to you a little bit about our just listed or our just sold advertising, because we've been doing this for a while, but we made some changes to that as well. So this is what we called a just sold listing landing page. And there are landing pages for what is your home worth. This one works very similarly, but I want to show you what it is. And the way it works, it's kind of that beginning of any kind of lead capture for property valuation, is you type in your address, right? And I'll show you how we created this page. But notice here that there is a Continue with Facebook button, okay? And if you have ever seen our platform before in the past, I don't know, few months, that lead capture looked like this, okay? Type in your name and email and your phone number if you want, and then, why are you moving? But the new way is like this. And so what we found and what our clients are finding is that people are really comfortable filling that out. Now here on your page, you can actually require that they give you a phone number. So in this case, I got to put in a phone number and say why I need to sell soon, right? And at that point, it drops us on the landing page, or it drops us on the numbers, right, of our home value. And I don't know if you can hear it. I got leads popping up. My phone's over there vibrating, things like that. And that's just auto response. But the point is that this button here is now built into our advertising tools for our listing. So let's go over here and look at that and see where that's sort of populating. And I want to point out, we did it. We did it because we knew it was useful. We knew that people are comfortable clicking on continue with Facebook. And to show you again what that looks like, here's a just listed single property website. And let's wait here a second. When the follow this home page pops up, which you can control that, and you can say I want it to pop up in 1 second or 3 seconds. We recommend 10 seconds. You'll notice that it says continue with Facebook. All right. And that is really the key of what's going on, because to see this, people just have to click that button. And when the people click that button, Listings to Leads reaches in to Facebook and delivers to the agent the name and email that they have on their profile. And that's really what it is. And once you do that, I'm going to click it again so you can see it. There's a pop-up. And then I got to continue as Vincent. And at that point, that goes away. I, again, have a phone number required here. Or it's not required, it's just asking, but I can also just click here to get out of that. And now I'm looking at the property and looking at the information I want as a consumer, and the agent has the contact information that I have in Facebook, which is my real name and email address. So what we're seeing is a lot of people are getting their lead generation is just going kind of through the roof, right? It's going up at a pretty dramatic rate. And when I go here and, when I show you like how the heck does this guy get 818 leads in 30 days, it's because he's using our tools in many ways. He's putting them out in Facebook groups, in free Facebook groups. He's putting them on paid for advertising. He's putting them, I've even heard people are starting to use them in Nextdoor, although there's some questions about that. So those connect with Facebook, follow with Facebook are now built into our virtual tours. They're built into our single property websites. We haven't connected them to all the e-flyers, but we have put them on the listing landing pages. So I'm going to show you what a just listed landing page looks like. And so just listed is, obviously it's just listed, right? Open house would look very similar to this. So we give you just a little bit of information, all right? And that information is, it's basic. If you want more, then you got to continue with Facebook. So I'm going to click continue with Facebook. You're going to see that little app pop up. And then I got to give my phone number. And you can require this. I'm going to show you where you can now start to require the phone number. It will kind of diminish your lead gen because a lot of people are against giving that away. But I want to show you anyway, because what's happening is people are starting to understand that they can get this out in front of people and they're getting much deeper information. So that page, just as a reminder, because you hear me talking and maybe I'm not explaining what's going on. You start with this landing page, which is called the listing landing page. And when you click through it, the consumer lands on the single property website, which has all the information on the property, right? And that is the point of presenting this landing page. It's a minimal amount of information, but to get more, you got to continue with Facebook. What that means is we're now sending the name and email to you. So you might want to have your listing or your leads flow into a CRM for an automated drip, right, campaign. You probably want to reach out to those people and find out, hey, is that the neighborhood you're looking for? Is that the kind of home? Is that your price range, etc.? And that's what our clients are doing. They're now starting to get their arms around the fact that CRMs became really important. And so that is where our clients are starting to focus, is this listing landing page. So I want to show you, again, I'm going to look at a coming soon page here, let's look at it here. Similar thing. So different status, right? It's coming soon. You got to continue with Facebook. And if you haven't noticed, I've got different kind of acronyms over here. Here's just sold. So I sold, and if you don't know how to get to that, this first button for every listing, if we click it, it shows us where the status is. All right. And you could have it for lease, you could have it just sold, pending, active, contingent, etc. But when you're pending or when you're just sold, we really change the page. And to give you an example of what I mean by changing, you may not know this about listings to leads. Let's see here. Okay, pending. So I don't have an open house. So I'm going to create an open house for us right now. I'm going to click on this property number 7. And this is the open house. I'm going to say that open house is on Saturday. I'm going to leave it from 1 to 4 p.m. And I'm going to save it at the bottom. Now, remember how I was telling you you could add a phone field, right? I was saying you can now require. Let's just do that, right? I'm going to click this, but it says make phone required or make phone not required. That's your choice. Depending on who you're working with as an agent, that's an important thing. If you're an agent that's really effective in using our tools and getting your tools out consistently, and meaning you're going to get a high number of leads. For instance, this guy Patrick has 818 leads in 30 days. Not all of agents are going to be like that. Not all agents are going to use our tools and get really active and proactive with them. So you got to kind of think of that. But people like Patrick, when they start getting a lot of leads, they start saying, you know what? I'm going to see if I can get some phone numbers. There'll be other agents saying, I'm going to make that required. I don't even want the lead if I don't get the phone number. You really diminish your lead gen there, right? But I just want you to know this is where you set up the phone requirements. You do that at the bottom of the edit listings page. And the reason we're on this page is because I'm setting up an open house. So I am going to save it. And once I save this open house, the listing landing page that I've been showing you, like this one, gets a really different look. So now I got an open house, and let's go see what that listing landing page looks like. Looks pretty similar, but there's a little, kind of countdown going on. And that's telling you like, hey, there's an open house. If you want to know where, there's a time limit, continue with Facebook. Okay, so I'm going to continue with Facebook, and we'll kind of see what happens, right? At this point, me, the agent, now notice it's asking for the phone number. I could put it in, or I could just say, no, I just want to get the information now because I didn't require it. Then it says, thank you. Just for a few seconds, I'm over here getting a lead. And now I'm, as the consumer, dropped on the home. I see the address. I see the time. And that's really what I wanted, right? I wanted to see like, oh, is this the house I want? And maybe it is, right? Of course, we've got lead generation links. If they want to look at other homes in the area, they want to get their home value, they can do that here. But that is part of what we do is, one, we want to take advantage of different statuses of the home, okay? 2, we want to get, more leads. And so Facebook Connect has really been very powerful. But 3, we also, our clients, we really focus on getting listing leads, right? And it's not really our core focus, but we know our clients are very excited about that. So we definitely put a lot of attention there. And so when we do, I showed you the listing landing page of just listed, then I showed you what one looks like just open house. But just sold has a totally different look. And I know some of you are getting on this call a little bit late. So I want you to see that this is a just sold landing page, right? Same kind of concept. A big image of the home, very minimal information, another Lafayette home just sold. This can affect your home value. Get your home's new value now. And so what you do is, if you want your home value, is Huston Road. Click. Now we continue with Facebook. right? And again, I'm going to remind you, since some of you are new to the call, if I click under here, continue with email, this is what our lead capture looked like about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. And so, but now we have continue with Facebook. I'm getting a partial lead here. And when I can click continue here, we're reaching into Facebook. We're getting the real name and the real email address for that consumer. And now they've got to give us a phone number, and they got to tell us why maybe I'm thinking about selling. Okay. And at that point, me as the agent gets all the information, the consumer gets those numbers that they're looking for. This is just becoming really, we're just seeing that it's a powerful combination to take our tools and integrate them with Facebook. So, like I said, this is a listings page. We do have that Connect with Facebook on single property website, the virtual tour. I don't think we've got it on the e-flyers yet. Let me see. I don't think we do, because the e-flyers kind of they kind of give the information away, and you're communicating less with random people, right? So it's kind of not much of a need for that. This isn't designed for mass marketing to Facebook. It's designed for you to send to your clients, and there's a lot of lead capture in there to have them help you, leverage their listing. We do have this Facebook page here, and I'm going to show you this real quickly. Whenever we send you an e-flyer, we also send you a Facebook ad, and this is the normal stuff. And the email that comes to you looks like this. And we give you a very simple way to share to Facebook. So if an agent sends this to their client, the client can click that share to Facebook button, and it shares their property that's just sold. I don't actually like this right here, because this is not as powerful as when our traditional way of doing things. And if you don't know what that is, I'm going to click back on this Facebook button for just sold. Excuse me. And when I click just sold, again, we're kind of going in circles here. There's a view here. The traditional way of this tool was that we would ask your clients. So I got to back up. This is automatically designed to go to the real estate agent. If they change this status to just sold, this automatically goes to them. It gives them some instructions, and it's kind of wordy, but really what should happen is that agent should call their homeowner and say, hey, copy what's between the red lines. Better yet, the agent should just delete everything and just say, hey, copy what's below and put this on your Facebook wall, right? Because when they put it on their Facebook wall, let's see if I can get there. If I can get to my Facebook wall. The concept of these Facebook free ads, not the paid for ads, is really to get into the homeowner sphere of influence, right? And what that means is, if an agent sells a home and they sell it for somebody, and they take this tool and they paste it on there, the 100, 200, 300 friends that those people see or know, they probably know them on Facebook. So here you can see I'm sharing Vincent Meza, but that's not really how it's meant to be. This is meant to be from my client, the homeowner who I just sold a house for. And it's a pre-written testimonial. It says, our home is just sold, and we want to recommend Vincent Meza, and here's his name and phone number, right? So this is a great way for you to, because right now, I think a realtor, if a real estate agent sells a home or even helps buy a home, at the very most, they're going to say, hey, can you write a review on me, on Zillow or some other platform? And that's awesome if people are poking around right over there on that site and they actually get to the point where your reviews are. That's great. But what this is saying, hey, can you just copy and paste, because this is a written review on me saying I'm great, and now all of your friends are going to see it. And your friends and family and colleagues are the people I'm hoping to get listings from and get referral business from. So this is part of what we do. It's automatically designed to generate all that. When their friends click on that, what pops up but a single property website, right? And this single property website, based on us editing it, could require a phone number when that lead capture page pops up. Um, but in this case, just the default, it's got a property valuation because we know if somebody clicks on something just sold, they're probably thinking about, many people are thinking about what their home is worth. And so right there, the lead capture has that built in. So that's just part of, we go around and around trying to find new ways of getting leads. And that's this has always been a very powerful way that we have been doing. And you can always get that as long as you're taking advantage, clicking edit, changing your property status to either pending or just sold. Okay. And that's it. That's really how it works. So I saw a lot of people get in kind of late here. I'd like to know are there any questions? And the question I asked earlier when we were just getting started is, have all of you seen the basics of listings to leads? Are any of you kind of new to this platform? If you have any questions, this would be a good time to ask, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of roll through our basics so that you can hear about it. So as I'm doing that, I'm going to point out, this is a good time to put in your questions. So all of our open house stuff is right here. You can click save your open house date. We're going to send you an automated email of just a stack of open house tools, right? And let me see if I can find one in a second here. It's going to take too long to pull up. But all you got to do is save the date we send it out. We automatically send out a single property website. As I mentioned, it now has Facebook Connect on it. We automatically send out a virtual tour, branded virtual tour with a lot of lead generation hooks built in. It also has Facebook Connect sent out. We will auto upload to your YouTube channel as long as you connect your YouTube channel to your profile page. Pretty easy to do. Just click a button, follow the link. And then we have a series of e-flyers, right? And those e-flyers, I kind of just spoke of, they're designed to really be used with the client's sphere of influence. The first tool that should go out, though, is the seller engagement email. And for listings to leads, we want to incorporate, we want to bring in the seller, right? We want them to know that we're ready for the web, we're ready for mobile, email, Facebook, Google, WordPress, Craigslist. We want them to be engaged and know that you're engaged in selling their property. And then on top of that comes the hyperlink to the, the single property website, virtual tour, and the just listed landing page. So there's a lot of tools for the agent to use, and there are tools that the agent can send directly to the client and say, hey, here's some great marketing stuff, and here, if you want to share that on your wall, that's great too. Okay. So that's kind of what's going on there. I will point out this too. There's a button here that we haven't talked about much in the past, but you guys may need to start talking about it. And that is this blog button here, okay? And the reason why I'm going to bring it up is it's been in the news this year a couple times that Playster is getting some prominent kind of deals in real estate. One, Keller Williams is replacing Market Leader with Playster, okay? And I'm sure you know this, but Playster is a WordPress platform. And, there are pluses and minuses for WordPress and Playster. One of the pluses is that Google really favors WordPress, right? So if people are putting information and content there, well, Google's going to favor that. The downside is WordPress is a little bit of a bear to deal with, and you're going to have to pay somebody to get it set up for you in most cases. And for the real benefit of multiple pages and better lead capture, I think there's always an upgrade. So it's not as cheap as everybody's thinking. But Keller Williams has rolled that out, and I think so has NAR. NAR has been saying we're going to give a free one of these to everybody. And that's, like I said, pluses and minuses. But when agents start to get their arms around if they're going to become a blogger or not, I want you to know that this is here. There are a lot of tools for open house and tools for just listed. And all you got to do is click the blue button and we'll present the content that you can copy and then go into your WordPress account and then paste it. And then it will be a big graphical kind of look. Let's see if we show that here of what you're, no, it doesn't show us graphic look. It just takes us back to HTML. But it's designed for WordPress. It has lead capture built in and it has all the information on the property that you'd be looking for. Okay. So when you start running into bloggers, we have a ton of tools, virtual tours, open house flyers, things like that. Of course, we've got a way to get out to Craigslist. Click any Craigslist button, click see how it works. There's a video here, but really what it's going to tell you is take this L2L posting app and drop it in your toolbar. And once you've dropped it in your toolbar, just click, open up Craigslist, get it to a page where you can now, post your ad and just copy and paste this information to that page. And that's kind of it. That's all the stuff we've got there for getting your listings marketed. Couple of other cool things that you guys may not know of is the email and blog tab. And email and blog, this is a little bit, if you really run into a blogger, this is a great place for them to put it. Notice that I say Marco Island market update. You could type in anything you want here and click save. Once you click save, you can copy for a blog. And the value of doing that is that this signature bar shows up at the bottom of your blog post. A lot of agents do blog. And what they do is they write something that's really based on SEO and keywords. And that's cool, right? That's cool. But it's not, there's no call to action. That's really the bottom line. There's no call to action. There might be the agent's picture. There might be their phone number and email asking you to call if you ever have questions. But that's not happening all day long, right? What is happening all day long is people are on the internet looking for homes for sale. And so this signature bar is at the bottom of every blog post, right? Or they want to find out what their homework is worth. Same thing. These links are clickable links that'll take you off of the blog post that ideally has a bunch of SEO and drop the consumer right on your website, right in your property search area if you want. And that's really the nature of that page. It's very useful. But even though I mentioned that it's blogs, this box right here is what you can copy and put into your email. So if you send an email or copy for email, you can paste that right into Gmail, into AOL, into Outlook. And now every time you send an email, you've got this box that really generates some leads for you. And that's really, our clients love it. So I'm just pointing that out to you because not everybody knows that. And on another area of what a lot of people don't know, this is a bit of a big one. Where did I get that page? I went to email and blogs tab at the top. Okay. And you're welcome, Margaret. Just as a reminder, this can be snapped into your email and at the bottom of any blog. Just configure the links how you want and copy from email. All right. Another cool tool we designed really for agents that don't have much going on, don't have a lot of listings. They can borrow listings and put them in their account. And when they go up here to this button that says listing website or widgets, there are two great tools here, the listing website and the client review websites. Client review website looks like this. It's got all your Zillow reviews right down the center. It's got your office banner. It's got your favorite links to your website, and any of your listings in your account go right here. Okay. And if anybody clicks on any of these, well, a single property website pops up. And what's going to be at the back end of a single property website? A Facebook Connect to help you get more leads. Okay. So these things are available. And whenever your agents get the way you get your Zillow reviews is you just click a box on your profile. If you have reviews on Zillow, you should definitely be using this because anytime you get a new review, you should just copy that link. And then you should go over to your Facebook, right? And you can do this in your own Facebook, right? And you can say, hey, I'll do it here. I won't do it on my page. You can do it just like this. You just paste that in. Now, you want to put a note there. And it's important that you put a note here. And you name your client, right? You can do it like this. Hey, Scott Pierce. Well, this should work. Normally, this would say, hey, Scott, and it would pick up Scott's name, but I don't know if it's my internet or I've done something wrong. Let me try that again, just so we get that. Close. Well, normally it would tag Scott. Oh, there it is. There it is. So Scott, right? And say, thanks for the review. Hope, your family enjoys your new home. If you don't know this, I'm sure you do. When you tag a friend or a client in this case, this visual, this whole ad pops up on their page and all of their friends see it. And Scott is probably communicating with colleagues, with his family, with his relatives, communicating with parents of the kid of where his kids go to school. These are the places where you're hoping to get, referrals from. And now they can see that Scott thinks you're a great person. And when they click on this picture, it's got all of your reviews, right, from all your clients at Zillow. And it's got all your listings. And if you want to get a home value, well, you can go here. Or maybe you want to click what is your home worth over here. So it's just a lot of ways to capture leads, right? That is the point of this page. So that's one of those cool tools. It's on the listings page. It's under listing website and widgets. The other cool tool is right here. Search all properties. It's called a listing website. Every agent gets one of these. And there are a lot of agents that don't have a lot of listings. Or if they do, this is definitely something that they want to use. But one of our clients is today, well, when I first found out about him, he was generating, 50 leads every day from taking this tool and putting it on Craigslist. Okay? Now, you don't hear much about Craigslist anymore. It used to be a hotbed for lead gen. And now, excuse me, I see this is Neil Wolf's page. He's got all of these links, lease purchase link, rent versus buying, tired of being land, moving to Southwest Florida. This is a landing page that he created inside of our system, right? He knows people are not happy living in winter months. So he's got a landing page just speaking to that. He puts it out in, on Craigslist in the apartment and homes for rent section. And that's really the point. That's a lease purchase, tired Wolfpack Homes, explore the loan process. He gets this out in front of people at a really, here he's just got a link to his lender, right? But he pushes this in front of people all the time, and he does it by, let me show you where he does that. Let's see if I can go to Craigslist. He puts it not in the homes for sale area, puts it in apartment and housing. And as I told you, he was getting 50 leads every day. Now he's getting 50 leads a week because he's been doing this for a few years. And you'll see he puts, a few ads out there every day. And every one of his ads, well, this one says Marlowe Homes, Southwest Florida. In the old days, you could click on that link. Today, you can't. So today, if you make that link simple enough, and you can buy that link at GoDaddy, well, now this is pointing to Marlowe's page, right? So he's got somebody in his office doing the same thing. Actually, she's on his team, on the Wolfpack team. And the point is if you're running multiple ads on Craigslist, and people are on Craigslist, you may not know this. I'll show you really quickly. People are on Craigslist. It's one of the top sites in the country. And they have to go back and forth and back and forth, and they can look at pictures and write things down. But the point is that down here, Craigslist is number 14th in the country. Ton of traffic. That's a lot of traffic to be number 14 in the country right now. People are on the internet all day long. So if you're running ads and you say, hey, go to this website, you can just buy that URL from GoDaddy and point it to any of our tools. But for the Wolfpack, they drive them to, our tool, which looks like this, because these pages are so functional and so useful in capturing leads. So that's kind of the story. That's part of our story. The other thing is, if you're not aware, we do have a whole landing page section. And one of the most powerful tools for capturing listings is Property Valuation Plus. What is your home worth? Property Valuation 1, these two, right? Empty nesters. We don't have Facebook Connect connected to all of those properties. This is Facebook Connect right here. We don't have them connected to all the landing pages yet. We're going to be working on that this week and next, and it should all be done. So all of our tools should have that, which makes, I think, lead generations really start to spike. So if there aren't any questions, I want to say thanks, everybody. I am going to put this recording up online, and I'm going to get it to you. Okay? Or I'm going to send it to Donna, and Donna will send it out. So are there any questions? Well, everybody, thanks for your time today. I will get this out. Thank you, Carolyn. Get this out to you by the end of the day today. Hopefully have it to Donna by then. So everybody have a great week. Thanks for working with us. Keep an eye on us. Oh, one last thing, and this is really important. This page here on the home page has a button that says click to join the mastermind group. This does not work anymore because we had to turn the mastermind group into a private group. Not even private, but secret. So people can't even find it anymore. All of you that are Coach for Jared James should be in here, once a day for 5 months to see what's going on, because there are a ton of great ideas being shared of how people are getting leads. And so if you're getting your clients in as a client here, make sure that they join this group. And the way to do that is to click this button here, go to settings. This is a bit of a roundabout story, but when somebody signs up, we are going to add them. But if they by chance don't get added, this email address is your primary contact inside Facebook. Tell them to go into, and you can also go into your account and go to contact support, and right here say, please add me to the Facebook, just like this. Please add me to the mastermind group. Okay? And paste in your email, whatever is showing there. And then once our support does that, Facebook is going to send an email to that email address. And that's how it works. There's a lot of incredible information in there. Our clients are sharing great tips all the time, and they're showing what their ads look like, and that's really a huge value. So everybody, again, thanks so much for your time. Have a great day, and let us know how we can help you.